sitting here with my brother-in-law, Juwan, man. What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
As you know, I'm a school teacher, so I'm always trying to interview people that have already done what a lot of my students want to do. So a lot of my students, they want to leave high school and then go into the military. You're in the Army, correct?
Yes.
Are you a sergeant?
Yep.
A black sergeant? All right. How long since you entered the military did it take to become a sergeant?
It took me about 2.5 years to become a sergeant.
And that's pretty amazing,
that's
right?
Like really fast. Really fast.
Now, percentage-wise, how many black sergeants do you think there are?
I mean, percentage-wise, it's a big number, but in our, well, we'll break it down to my field, as in I'm in infantry, so in my field, there's not that many. So there's not even a lot of black people in my job either, though. So I would say maybe less than 10%. Even my job is black.
Okay.
So
now I'm sorry. So let me rephrase it because I do know a little bit about the military. I was a 98 Charlie, signal analyst. You're enlisted, right? Now, for the commissioned officers, how many blacks are in that field?
You have a few. It's
not as many as enlisted, correct?
Yeah. It's definitely not as many. You got more white people than black people, essentially, or essentially it's more because I mean.
Is it more prestigious to be a commissioned officer?
Yes, way more. For some reason, they feel that because they do. All right, so with commissioned officers, they deal with like strategy and planning and stuff like that. So they feel that they are higher up than, say, a non-commissioned officer, which is the sergeant and stuff. But they have to come to sergeants to even learn the knowledge.
Thank you. Now tell us why a commissioned officer would have to come to a sergeant for information.
Because they go to school all this time and they have no experience, so they don't know. All they know is book stuff, and that's exactly all they know. So they have to come to us because we have the experience in it.
Okay, let me stop you right there, not to be rude, but so I tell my students all the time, if we got two people that want to run the same business, let's say it's a McDonald's, and one person goes to the best business school ever, and one person starts their McDonald's. After 4 years and the person graduates and the other person's been running a McDonald's for 4 years, which person in the long run is going to be a better McDonald's business person?
One who's been working in business already.
Why?
In school is not going to have a better chance because they've been in school. They haven't had any experience in the field. So
just like the commissioned officers, correct?
Yes, it's the same thing.
So they will probably have to hire an experienced manager, right?
Yes, they're looking for experience. If anything, if you have practicing it already versus coming out of school or anything, that's what they're looking for because... Granted, I mean, if you're coming out of school, you still don't know nothing. Yeah, you have knowledge on
theory,
how to do stuff per se, but you don't really know how to do it. So they look for that person that's already been there and has experience, whether it was good or bad. They could have got fired or whatever. It probably wouldn't even matter, but they had the experience to know what to do and what not to do.
Okay. So when you were trying to become a sergeant, did you have to take any tests or assessments or do anything where you had to use your mind?
Yeah. So and with the military, so when you start out at the bottom, or wherever you want to say, as you go up, they teach you like throughout the whole time you learn new stuff, and you got to retain it. Like the whole time you're constantly doing different things, whether it be working with weapons, medical stuff to like help save someone. All this stuff you're doing. So as you're doing it, they make you do it so much you start to remember it. And as you get to a certain point in your career, you have to go to a board, and this board is essentially first sergeants, which is they're over all the companies. So it's 6 first sergeants you go to. You stand in front of them, they ask you random questions about anything that's related to the military and your job. And you have to know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you can't get promoted to
Wait a minute, Juwan. You telling me that it's up to you as an individual soldier to remember the stuff that you've been trained on?
Yes, it's absolutely up to you. If you don't want to put in forth the effort, you won't get nowhere in the Army. It's people who sit in the Army for 10 plus years and be like a specialist or something like that. People been in 10 years. I've only been in 5 years, and I passed them 2 years ago. And they've been in 10 years.
Okay.
Because they choose to not better themselves and do what they need to move ahead.
So Juwan, I'm constantly telling my students that in school, if you keep the same bad habits of not studying, not trying to remember what somebody's teaching you, not trying to pick up new skills, that they're going to be at a disadvantage when they go into any type of work field. Is that correct? Absolutely.
They're going to fail. That's what I was going to boil down to is failure. Because if you don't put forth the effort to like remember things, like there ain't gonna be no book to go to when you go in real life. There is no book.
There's no book where you can just here, soldier, do this and everything gonna be all right.
Yeah, there's no manual for anything that you could ever do in life.
So if let's say we're in a company and every Saturday we got a group of soldiers that are coming into the barracks late because they drunk. There's no book you can go to figure out how to get these soldiers to do the right thing.
No, absolutely not. A person's gonna make the choice they want to. You can tell them all day, like, so I'm a squad leader, so I have 8 people that are under me. So 6 of them are people that have to listen exactly to what I do, and they have to do what I say or whatever. But at the same time, everybody grown men, so they're gonna make the choice they want to, regardless. And if they mess up, they mess up. There's nothing that can be done about it. If they get drunk and they get in trouble, it's on them. Like, if you make that choices, you gonna have to pay the price.
As a squad leader, and if you are a first sergeant, isn't it your job to come up with some kind of strategy to get your soldiers to do what they're supposed to do and become more efficient soldiers?
Yeah. So like, what it is like, okay, every week we have safety briefs, and it's basically a list of things to where you could like, it's basically like the do's and don'ts of what you should do when you're like in your off time, as far as like drinking and not driving and doing drugs and all this other stuff. And they tell you this. All it is though, they do this because they don't want, if something does happen, it's to cover themselves.
Gotcha.
Sure, like, we told you, so if you do it, it's strictly on you. We told you, and like, you chose not to listen to it. That's exactly all it is. So if somebody get in trouble for doing something, it's on them. That's all it is. Like, all I have to do is tell you one time, and if you mess it up, you mess it up.
Okay.
And that's how it is. Like, and like, people fail to realize it. There's still people in the Army right now. Like, granted, some people come in young and they ain't never did nothing in their life. They come in and they think it's like a game. They can do stuff like they still at home with mom, and it's not that. Like, it's real. It's real life.
It's real, right?
It's not nothing to be played with. Like, you really get kicked out, and like people get kicked out of the Army, and then when you get back out, like, people see that you get kicked out of the Army, it's on your record the rest of your life. Of your life. So people not gonna hire you from that at all. And they don't want to see that. You get anything dishonorable, they're not trying to have that. And like, people fail to realize that, like, the Army's easy. It's easy if you stay.
Is it mental?
Active. Yeah, it's straight. More of it's mental than anything. Like, I feel like everybody should go to the Army at least for a little bit.
Why? Why you say that? What type of skills would they pick up?
Experience. It's like super cheesy because like just discipline and anything. Because like, say you're the type of person who don't like to get up. Like, I used to be that person when I hated getting up in the morning. I got to get up every morning. Ain't no choice. I got to get up. So eventually your body just gets used to it, and then like, it's all kind of stuff, like just retaining stuff. Like, the more you actually see, like, when you learn something and you keep going through it, that you actually retain it. Like, versus like, say if you're doing the test, like, if you keep practicing, you keep studying it, you eventually remember it. It's like super simple.
Okay, so how long you been out of high school? How many years?
What, 8 years now?
8 years out of high school. Now, the people that were lazy and didn't do the things that you say you need to do to be successful in the Army or any profession, are those people in high school successful now? Do you see them doing the same things they did in high school?
Yeah.
And how'd they turn out? Can you give us any stories about these people?
Some of them still smoking weed, sitting at home. They working temporary jobs all the time.
You ever had friends ask you for money?
Nah, they don't ask me for money, nah. Because they are, I mean, it's because they know.
Do you know they ask other people for
I'm
money?
pretty sure they probably do. Some of them probably do, but yeah, like, they don't ask me per se because they already know how I am.
You're not gonna give them any, right?
I don't give people money like that, nah. You ain't even trying to better yourself, I don't.
So say that again. If you're not trying to better yourself, what?
If you're not trying to better yourself, I wouldn't give you money.
You hear
that?
that?
Be stuck in the same spot, you're just gonna be stuck there. So
you hear this, students. You gotta be independent. Get your own money. You gotta practice. You gotta get better at the things that are gonna make you successful, like retaining information. The only way to retain it, like you said, is to do what you want. Do it over and over again. Practice
all the time. You can do it 100 times to be tired of it. If that's what it's gonna take, though.
Yeah.
Remember.
All right. Anything else you would like students to know before they leave high school?
Have a plan. Like, don't ever go into anything without a plan, because it ain't gonna get you nowhere. If you just go on the go, like, wing it, is straight failure. Because, like, it's like the same thing I tell people in the Army. Like, we have people who get out. Like, you do 3 years and get out, and they swear like they think they're gonna find a job and stuff. Like, the real world outside the Army is real too. Like, both of them is real things, and people don't understand that. So they think that, most people go to school when they get out, but they don't understand, like, finding a job still gonna be just as hard. Like, yeah, you've been in the Army and that's nice and it look good, but still, like, you still gotta have certain stuff before people trying to hire you. And if you don't have this stuff and you don't put forth no effort to try to make sure you cover, you're just gonna be hit still the same spot you was before you even started anything. Ground zero.
All right. Let's see. And learning never stops either, right?
All the time. You can be 100 years old and still learn something. Man. Every day you should be able to learn something new that you ain't never even heard before. Like, it don't matter what it is. It can be the simplest thing. Something small, be something big. But if you're not taking the time to learn it, then you just wasting time in life.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.